Welcome back to the LCS for the Verizon post-game interview. We just witnessed the lock-in third place match unofficial that we all wanted, and it was 100 Thieves that came out on top. So I do have HUHI here to speak with me. Speaking about that game directly, I do want to touch on that because it's not like it was going all the way in 100 Thieves' favor to start. What did you and the rest of the team do to work together to bring this to a victory?
I think we just made sure we don't lose our focus, even though despite like how the early game really went. Um, I think everyone was really positive, and still like none of us were really thinking about, oh, we were gonna be behind in this early game. I think we were just playing like how we will normally, like when we're ahead. Everyone was still communicating all the information that they have to, and I think we're slowly climbing back up. Started to contest some dragons and started to win team fights. And at that point, when he went to mid late game, I think all of us kind of knew that we had the advantage because we all feel like we're the better teams in the end.
You mentioned making sure the communication is still there and feeling that you are the better team. And when speaking about you and the skill that you offer to this team, I do want to make note of something that Zick said in his interview with Travis Gafford, where he said, quote, when speaking about you, his out of game intangibles are too insane. So I'm curious as to how you would describe what role you play on this team and what you offer other than just your mechanical skill.
Um, yeah, I mean, I heard about the interview and I kind of asked like, what does intangible even means? Because I still don't know what that means. But I think outside of the game, I think it's just really easy for me to get along with everyone because everyone is like has such a great personality, and I think having that offers to a team that you can talk about your issues with your teammates and confront each other better and get to a conclusion faster. And I think us having that communication is what's making us a pretty good team, not only players but a really good team. And I think that's one of our biggest advantage out of the game.
Yeah, that kind of abstract concept, all of those other things that really come into the gameplay that have worked for you guys to bring this to a victory. Another place where that being able to get along with your team and everything comes into play is when trying to figure out your team play style. Having Someday on this squad, it does seem you're all trying to find ways to play towards the strength of that top side. Having been in this bot lane from the last season, some place that you and the rest of the team have often played towards, how have you had to adjust your play style as the support, as the initiator on this team to try and better work with someone like Someday and what he has to offer?
I think, like honestly speaking, I don't think we actually figured out, and I think that's what's making like really exciting for us because once we figure out, we're gonna be like so much better. And I think so far, yeah, like we are still like getting a lot better playing around Someday and Someday getting along with us. But yeah, I think there's just still a lot to improve, and I think that just makes me exciting to think about because once we figure out like the perfect balance, when to play bot side, when to play top side, and also when to play mid side, like I feel like we're gonna be one of the really fearable team in the world.
Yeah, and these are great opportunities to try and learn these things, grow in the way that you are describing. Is there any benefit that you feel that you and the rest of the team had in terms of trying to grow when it comes to the fact that you did get to have some of those best of series from the lock in before going into these single matches?
I think yeah, I think a lot of us kind of learned how to manage our energy level, especially because we it's been a while that we played the best of five because we had a pretty long off season since there was no worlds for us. I think playing this best of five, especially with new top laner Someday, we got to learn each other like how we react after each game. And how to manage energy properly so that even though the game goes to game five, we will still keep the same focus level as we did game one.
Well, it's always a pleasure for us to get to learn what you are all learning alongside each other as a squad. Huhi, thanks for stopping by.
Thank you so much.
What a game that was, everyone. 100 Thieves coming out on top. And for more on that victory, let's head over to the State Farm Analyst Desk.